Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Mom, Cathy.
And we have the Knot House here in Frederick, Maryland. And thank you for watching the Knot House podcast. This is podcast number, I think we said 33.
I think that's right.
And what was the date you said? See, I'm trying to get everything all down.
The 11th.
January 11th. It's Saturday morning. It's kind of quiet. The streets are quiet, so hopefully there's not a lot of background noise.
I don't think we've got the strobe light going today.
Strobe light's not going today. No. So we just wanted to pop in here for a few minutes. We don't have a long podcast this morning. We are getting ready to go to Vogue in New York next weekend, and we have a couple of exciting things we wanted to talk about and share with you ahead of that, so that if you're going, you're prepared, and if you're not going, then maybe we can...
We got a little secret about that too.
Yeah. So, Mom, what do you want to start with?
Well...
You want to give an update on your sweater first?
Yeah, my sweater that was supposed to be finished.
The sweater that's supposed to be finished. Now, I want you to know, Hohi's trying to finish her sweater.
She got hers finished.
She got the sleeves done?
Yeah.
It was just 2 or 3 days ago that she posted she didn't know if she was going to get the sleeves done.
Yeah.
They're both done.
Yeah. It's done.
Okay.
Me, on the other hand...
Well, in all fairness, Mom has been helping me because we need some samples. So I get her derailed on the sweater.
I finished this and I thought I've got...
What size needle are you on? I was thinking, because I'm going to work on my sweater.
I'm on a 5.
You're on a 5? Okay. That's not too bad.
No, it's not.
Okay, go ahead, show us.
So, I got the hem done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking I got 2 weeks to get the sleeves done. Sleeve a week, way doable.
That's easy. For
Easy,
you.
right? I hadn't worked on it all this week.
So you lost a week.
I lost a week.
See the hem, guys? Not pretty. So, Mom, what is this again for people that maybe didn't see the last one?
It is.
And we had somebody send us a note on the podcast that explained the meaning
Of the word.
Thank you so much for doing that.
I still can't pronounce it. But it is by Eyre. She just came out with a new cable sweater this week that is gorgeous.
We'll link it below in the podcast so that you can see it.
It's Achikochi, which means shifting. Wasn't it shifting waters? Shifting?
I think so. Yep.
So
if you're at Vogue and you see Mom wearing the sweater, you know that she got it finished. She'll get it done. We have the train ride, and here's the thing I was thinking this morning
about
the train ride. I know, but if we get there Friday, you can block it and it'll be dry for Saturday.
Oh, that's just a half block job.
Well, then you can reblock it when you get home.
I will.
But anyway, the nice thing about the train is neither one of us have to drive, so we can both knit, except I usually sleep.
Which is what she does when we drive. Which is why I drive. Somebody asked me the other day,
Mom. Now, didn't I drive home from New Jersey?
Why do you always drive? And I said, because Heather always sleeps. Yes, you did drive home from New Jersey.
Anyway, hopefully she gets that done.
Hopefully. I should get to start on it tomorrow.
Okay, so...
All right.
I think we mentioned last time that Knot House Yarns and Mom and I had been invited to be in the Knitting Place booth, which is Dinah's. And she asked me to come up with some kind of kit and some kind of project. Thankfully, Alicia Plummer decided that she could do something quickly. She had some of the yarns already, so I didn't know what she was going to come up with.
No, we did not.
We didn't know what it was going to be, so it's kind of like a secret, and I want to go, Alicia, what is it? What is it? What is it? But, you don't want to overstep your bounds. And you want to be
She
gracious all the time because I'm so excited that she knows she is actually doing something. Anyway, it's funny. So, so she's going to release the pattern. She said she's going to release it Thursday, which I think is the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what time she's going to do it, but anyway, it'll be released on Ravelry so everybody can get it. So this is the hat. It's called the Eyre hat, and it was inspired by Jane Eyre, the book. And you can see this is 3 colors. Get it up here where you can see. And the colors are Blue Eyes of Steel, Casual Friday, and Fresh Start. Fresh Start is the white pop. So this is a subtle version. Mom said, it looks small. Can you see if it fits? So I'll just try it on.
And that's about how it fits on her.
I need my hair to grow, I think.
Yeah.
I can't walk around like this at Vogue.
So it's probably going to be too
Maybe
hot.
I can. Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it's supposed to be 65 degrees, maybe hit 70 degrees today.
Yeah. So
tell us about it, Mom. Tell us about
it. Has a folded brim. So you do a provisional cast on, and then you knit them together and carry on. So it is a really pretty brim, I think.
Yeah, it feels really, it feels good right at your ears because it's tight.
Well,
and
it's
thick.
double.
Yeah, it's thick.
And then she does, which I really like, a little different decrease. So instead of being more pointy, it sits flat on the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
Which is...
you think that's why she didn't put a pom-pom?
Probably.
Okay.
Even though a pom-pom might work on it. But it is a 5 decrease. You know, a lot of the other ones can be 9 or 10. And this is one where you decrease, knit 1, decrease. So it's a really pretty.
Yeah, looks good.
So it sits more flat. It doesn't have a point to it at all.
Now you did it really fast. Once you got the brim done, right? The brim is
right.
the hardest part.
I'll be done with this one. And it's not that the brim is hard. It's a 1x1 rib, and you have to do it 3 1/4 inches, so you've got enough to fold up under.
So are you a smaller needle size for the brim?
Yes, you are.
So that's what takes longer.
Right.
And it's not a twisted rib, it's just a regular rib.
Just a regular rib. Probably because it stretches better.
Mm-hmm.
A twisted rib doesn't quite have the stretch.
Okay. So we made kits, and I wanted to, I mean, clearly it doesn't take a full skein of the 2 other colors, right? So there's the crinkle. So this is, for example, 2 mini skeins and 1 full skein of the Blue Eyes of Steel is what's in the kit, and then the full pattern is also included in the kit. And I think we agreed that we're going to do $52 for the kit, okay? And you will be able to find these in the Knitting Place booth, which is on the 6th floor, and we said it's what, booth 721 and 723?
Right, it's right up by the stage.
Right. Now, Dinah is going to have these on sale in her booth on Friday.
Yes.
And then we are going to be, Mom and I are going to be in the booth Saturday at 1:30.
That's right.
I guess we're just hanging out in the booth and saying hi to people. So if you want to find us.
I don't know that we've ever done a meet and greet before.
I don't know if it's really a meet and greet.
That's what she called it.
Is that what she called it?
Yeah. We might have some pins.
We might, if we remember.
I'll remember.
We got to figure out what to wear.
Well, I'd like to be wearing a new sweater.
Well, I don't have a new sweater to wear. I know.
You've got several newer sweaters than I've got.
I know. Listen, I'm not complaining. So,
All right.
The other color is what Mom is doing now. So this one is a lower contrast, a little more subtle.
It's what Alicia
Yeah, this is the one that Alicia did the design in. And then Yarn by Committee the other day, we spent a good hour or so picking colors for another kit, and we came up with this navy and bubbly. The navy is Dress For It, which is a real popular navy, and then Dress For It, I mean bubbly is the kind of blush color, and then Fresh Start again. So again, 1 full skein of DK and then 2 mini skeins of DK.
And the color work pattern is 17 rows, I believe. So the good part about it is it's not overwhelming. If you were new to color work, it would be a pretty good one to start with. There's not any long floats. Well, your white's a little bit of a long float, but not bad. And
then you don't tack that down, right, when you do it?
I don't.
So if you don't want to tack it down, you don't have to.
I don't. So your white float is, I don't know, 3, 5, 8 stitches, 9 stitches. Caitlin Hunter doesn't tack hers down.
Yeah, so I know that makes you think you don't have to tack them down.
Well, if it's good enough for her, it's good enough for me.
So then after you get the color work done, it's how many rows?
8 rows, and then you start your decreases.
So when you break it down like that in little pieces, it goes by really quickly, right?
Right, and last night, you know, I told you I was going to bed, right? And I did 3 rows of my 8.
And so then, we've got to get this shipped out to Dinah. So both samples will be at the Knitting Place booth as well.
Right.
So Mom's got to finish out the hat today.
I do.
Yeah. So they are limited. We only we have 20 of each color that will be in the Knitting Place booth. We will have a few online here at the shop
On Saturday.
on Saturday. Or you're gonna have pictures. I guess it'll be under kits on the website.
It will be.
Okay.
I don't have all that worked out, but
Okay.
I'll get it all worked out.
And again, it's $52, and that includes the pattern. Does she do written instructions for the color work?
You can't really do written instructions for the color work.
Why does she do one color print and then one black and white print for the color work?
So she did the colors that she used
Right.
in the color one, and the other one is shades of gray, so that for this one, for example, this light color was light in the chart.
So it just helps with the visual.
Right, so if you, for whatever color you want to do it in.
Right.
Sometimes if you only have a color chart and your colors are a lot different from that, then it throws you off which is which is my light, which is my dark.
Oh, when you go back and use the original one that's color, it
Right.
messes you up sometimes.
Yes.
Okay.
So having the shaded one the way she did, which is very nice, it's very easy to see.
Okay. I wondered.
Yeah, that's why.
So
Very
So
good.
anyway, so that's that. I really like the navy and the blush. I like, of course, the Blue Eyes of Steel too. It's a very popular color, and the khaki for the Casual Friday. It's just 2 different looks. This one's just like I said. This one's more muted, and this one is a little more pop. And it matches
A little more neutral.
neutral.
Neutral, I would say.
Okay.
Whereas this one is not what I would call neutral at all. Even though
Well, it's still classic.
very classic, but not neutral.
Right.
We were trying to come up with colors that were good next to your
People's
face.
face, yeah.
And that's something you got to think about.
Navy blue is always good.
Always good. It does match your cowl.
I know. So hopefully,
And tell us about your cowl.
so this is the Candle Flame cowl that is also by Alicia Plummer, and I have not blocked it yet. Last night I was, well, there's a couple of things. Let me take it off. I got impatient.
No.
Yeah, there's a couple funny things here. So
not Heather.
So it's a little bit smaller, honestly, than what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have 11 inches before you start the ribbing at the top for the bind off. And I think mine is 9.5. Remember I told you I thought I needed to do a couple more repeats? Well, what ended up happening was I got caught up in the kits and trying to get the kits out, and knowing that we needed podcasts and I wanted to have it done for the podcast. So to heck with the 2 extra repeats. And so I just went ahead and started the top rib. And so last night when I was doing it, you're supposed to do 16 inches of, not 16, I'm sorry, 16 rounds of rib. And we're sitting there, I don't know, it's like 10:30. And I had Paul time me on how long it took me to get around.
That is always a disaster.
What's funny is I stopped twice while doing it, not knowing. I was forgetting that I was being timed. So I looked at Instagram and I did something else, but I don't remember what it was. And it was 12 minutes.
So you decided minute-wise you didn't have enough
So
time.
I decided minute-wise, I only had enough time
For the record, I want you to know I have never timed myself.
Well, I haven't either.
On anything.
Till last night. So I did 10 rounds of the ribbing instead of the 16.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what I did do the way she said. She has you do a sewn bind off. Have you ever done that before?
No.
I've done something she hasn't done. So I wasn't going to. I was going to just do a regular bind off. Well, let me tell you, the sewn bind off took forever to do. Now, the result, it's a Elizabeth Zimmerman bind off.
So it's a stretchy bind off.
It's a stretchy bind off. And they say it's the closest to the long tail cast on bind off.
You mean cast on?
I mean cast on. So it looks the same.
Yeah.
It's really stretchy. So Mom said, did you not go down a needle size? Yes, I went down a needle size.
Sometimes for me,
Yeah.
a stretchy bind off is too stretchy.
Well, now she tells me.
Well, you didn't tell me you were doing that.
No, because you'd already gone to bed. But this is midnight now.
Right, I went to bed about 11:30.
Yeah. I got Paul to start watching another movie, so I didn't get it blocked.
Well,
so when you block it, it's going to get bigger.
It's
going to get bigger and it's going to lay flatter. But I will say, I added mohair. It takes 2 skeins of DK, well, about a skein and probably a half of DK, held with mohair. And again, this is bubbly.
And la-di-da DK.
And la-di-da DK, yep. And then the mohair is the same color. It is so soft and warm. If we needed it to be warm today, but we don't need it to be warm. I didn't even wear a coat. What?
Speaking of warm.
Oh. Yeah, we missed this on the last podcast for some reason. But Mom had done the Snuggle is Real. And
with
yeah,
Elan Cloudy.
She's cloudy on the inside.
On the inside.
And she used Dyed in the Wool.
Dyed in the Wool.
And
la-di-da
DK for the gray.
DK for the gray. Now, if you had a coat on, you would pull it up.
Mm-hmm. Now, you didn't do the drawstring, though. So if you had done the drawstring, it might be a little different.
I purposely...
She rebels on that stuff.
Well, I'm not going to wear a drawstring.
Well, all right then.
I think...
You don't want to look cute with a drawstring?
I think a drawstring is more youthful looking.
It is.
And as Dawn says, at my age, I didn't think I needed a drawstring. I also thought without the drawstring, you could wear in the shop. Our shop is an old house, and it's got the original windows, and it is drafty in here.
When it's cold, it is pretty drafty and cold. I mean, it's not cold. You don't need to keep your coat on, but
it's chilly.
It's chilly sometimes if it's that cold.
For me, a cowl at my neck is usually all I need.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would drape a little better and not stand up so straight without the drawstring.
Looks good. Is it hot? Are you getting hot wearing it?
No.
No.
It's comfy. Right this minute.
So this is the Snuggle is Real by Max the Knitter. And again, I'll put that down in the link. And I think that's all we really had to talk about. We've got some new things coming in February.
I don't think we had Julie Ossel and Journey on our last
Oh,
podcast.
we didn't. You'd ordered it.
I had ordered it. Well, we got it in.
Yeah, we got the
And
Journey
it is
in.
lovely. Lovely.
She got all the colors of Journey.
I got all the colors.
What weight is it again?
Sport weight. It's a Rambouillet and Targhee. Non-superwash.
Is that how you say it? Is it Targhee or is it Target? I don't know.
I think it's Targhee.
Okay, it's Targhee.
Well, in my Alabama Southern accent, it's Targhee. I truly believe it's Targhee.
Okay.
And the Rambouillet is what they call French Merino. It's a breed of sheep, but it's
In France.
very nice. And I was I shouldn't have been, but I was a little afraid that the colors would be flat because it was a non-superwash. Normally,
the colors do look different on a non-superwash a lot of times.
But hers have got depth of color just like her normal yarn does. I mean, you can see all the shades.
Well, she still has some of the same colorways, right? Did she name them the same?
No, they're not named the same.
No.
Some of them are. Some of them are. But really nice. And I got sweater quantity in all the colors. I haven't had a chance to work in it yet, but I plan to.
When you do that design thing you're going to do?
If I ever get time. You know, the one thing about the design, so I have all of it going on in my head. I've got all of these ideas.
She dreams about it now.
And then I think about the issues with it, you know. And I look at patterns when it's quiet in the shop on Ravelry and think everything you could dream of has already been done, right? How do you do it different? But I just, and we're going to get there. I'm just not, it's hard to have time.
Didn't you tell me you were going to do a cowl or something smaller first?
I might do a hat. I might do a cowl. But I intend to, like I said, I've got it all on my little table in my dining room. All, you know, I've always laughed and said you have to look like you could do it, whether you could do it or not. Well, I've got all the tools, including a pencil sharpener. So I hope I get to start on that soon.
All right, well, I guess we're done. I want to say something real quick about YouTube, and the comments were turned off. I think they're turned back on now.
Yes, they are.
So the YouTube did something, and at the beginning of the year, I had to go in and say whether we were kid friendly or not. And I had said we were kid friendly,
which I thought we were.
Well, we are kid friendly. I mean, even though I can really have a potty mouth sometimes, I try not to do it on the podcast. But what they did was, if you're a kid friendly podcast or video or something on YouTube, then they turned off all of the comments and things like that for kids, so that kids don't get, what's the word I'm trying to think of, exposed to these, possibly negative comments or whatever. So because I had done that and marked that box, it automatically turned our comments off. So now we are not kid friendly and we have comments. So I just wanted to explain that real quick. And I want to thank everybody that has subscribed, and all of you people that watched the last video. I think it's probably gotten more views than any of the other podcasts.
And thank you for all the kind words.
Yep.
And all the encouragement.
Yep. Because, I mean, how many people come back and say, we can't wait to see what you do, Cathy?
No pressure here. No pressure at all.
I know. I'm just like, yep, there they go. Talking about mom again.
I do appreciate it. And I read every single one of them. And when that like is on there, it means I've read it. And sometimes I comment and sometimes I don't. But I do appreciate all the positive feedback. It means the world.
So I was going to say one more thing. Oh, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It makes a lot of other people, get exposure to the podcast, and it just helps us. So if you could please subscribe, and you can find us at www.knothousyarns.com. You can find us on Facebook as the Knot House, and on Ravelry as the Knot House.
And you can always call.
I know she tells me that she has this order for so and so, and I'm like, well, I didn't see it. It didn't come through. No, they called.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you ever have any questions, or sometimes on your phone, the website will jam up on you, just call me and we'll take care of it.
Also, we are in the process of updating the website, updating the web store. So hopefully in February we get to make that transition. So it hasn't happened yet, but mom's learning all about that. She's going to get trained on it. So anyway, so that's that.
So if you have any problems with it ever, just call me.
All right.
All right.
All right. We'll see you at Vogue.
Come see us.
Come see us and say hi. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.